5 friends vanished after a basketball game. Their car was later found abandoned high in the California mountains. It still had fuel. It could still be driven. So why did they leave it and walk into the freezing darkness? The evening had begun like any other. 5 friends from Yuba City had traveled to nearby Chico, California, to watch a college basketball game. The group included Jack Madruga, Bill Sterling, Ted Via, Gary Mathias, and Jack Hewitt. They had enjoyed the game. They brought snacks on the way home, and they should have returned before midnight. Instead, this ordinary evening would become one of America's strangest unsolved mysteries. By sunrise, all 5 men had disappeared. The first clue would be discovered miles from the route they should have taken home. Several days later, search teams made a shocking discovery. The men's car had been found on a remote mountain road near Oroville. The location made little sense. It was miles from the route back to Yuba City. The vehicle wasn't damaged and it wasn't stuck. Investigators later determined it could have been driven away. Inside were wrappers from the snacks the men had purchased after the basketball game. It looked as though they had simply stepped out and vanished. Why had they travelled into the mountains? Why had they left a perfectly functioning vehicle? No answers have ever been found. Investigators believed the mystery couldn't become any stranger. They were wrong, because another witness had come forward, and his story would only deepen the mystery. That same night, another man was stranded in the mountains. His name was Joseph. After suffering what he believed was a heart attack, he later reported seeing something unusual. He claimed he saw lights in the darkness. He also believed he saw a group of people nearby. At one point, he thought he heard the sound of a woman carrying a baby. Joseph called out for help, but nobody answered. Were these the missing men? Was there really a woman in the mountains, or had something else happened on that dark road? More than 40 years later, nobody can say for certain. But the greatest mystery still lay ahead. Months later, searchers made a grim discovery deep in the forest. Nearly 4 months after the disappearance, searchers made a disturbing discovery. Deep in the mountains stood an abandoned Forest Service trailer. Inside, they found one of the missing men. Evidence suggested he had survived there for weeks. And this is where the mystery becomes even more confusing. The trailer contained food, heating materials and clothing, supplies that could potentially have kept several people alive. Yet many of these resources had barely been touched. Why? How had the men reached the trailer? Why had they not used everything available to them? Investigators could never answer these questions, and the fate of the remaining men would only deepen the mystery. More than 40 years later, investigators and researchers still debate what happened. Why did the 5 men drive into the mountains? Why abandon a functioning vehicle? Who was Joseph seeing in the darkness? Was there really a woman with a baby? How did the men reach the trailer? And why were supplies left untouched? Perhaps the most haunting question of all: what made 5 friends walk away from safety and into the freezing darkness? The truth may have disappeared into the California snow forever. Some mysteries leave behind clues, others leave behind questions. The Yuba County Five left both. Perhaps this is why this case continues to haunt investigators to this day, because despite decades of theories and speculation, the mystery still makes no sense. What do you think happened to the Yuba County Five? Leave your theory in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Until next time, stay curious.